Hello everyone. We'll be talking about the top 5 best loadouts for Shoothouse. Let's get into it. Everyone, boom, look at that. The MK2 Carbine with sleight of hand and the Model 680 shotgun is the first class I would love to use. Actually, it'd be the 5th because we're going from top 5 all the way down to the first, which is the best. This is has a way better fire rate, or mobility they say, than the Kar 98K, and with barely any loss to accuracy, this weapon is fast and deals a lot of damage quickly. And with chest as well as headshot kills, only taking one shot, it's pretty deadly if you hit your shots right where they should be, being able to kill the competition far away before they get close to you. And this weapon, look at this right here. I'm gonna hit this man in the dome, bam. If you are chilling in the middle, which a lot of people like to do, they really like to just run and not really think. This is basically a run and gun type of game mode or game map, I would say. You can get a lot of people picked off in the middle. Or go up to your left, like right here, you can get people running around right there, bam. You need to get elevated in some way really to use this weapon to its full potential. And it is just a monster whenever you hit your shots really where they should be, chest or in the face. Like, look at that. Yeah, that was pretty damn nice, honestly. Now what we're using now is the Model 680 shotgun. Oh my. And I love this damn shotgun. It's fantastic. It is for me a step behind the 725, but we'll get to that later. It is very nice in short ranges. Is basically a 12 gauge pump action shotgun that emits a generous pelting at mid to close range, and it's quite powerful for me. It's the most well-rounded shotgun taking into account its ammo capacity as well as accuracy and range. The damage is only bested by the 725, and only downside is the weapon reload speed, but it's still a pretty solid choice. The one thing I would not advise on the shotgun though is a slug. It's absolutely not going to help you in many situations, as it's quite hard to get 100% accuracy with this gun. It really is. And boom, see that. And you can use overkill, hardline, and shrapnel with this, as I do. You'll have to use overkill, but you can use the other two at your own discretion. Bam, look at that. It's freaking awesome. And with everything, I use claymores and stems with shrapnel. So I have 2 of each. It's really nice, and I really like it. It's awesome. And look, ooh, dude, that dude was in front of me. It was freaking wonky. It's crazy. So now I'm using, at the number 4 slot, we have the M91 LMG. And if you want to have a more calm time in Shoothouse, just like this, you can hang out in the house and you can put down the claymores. Because on either side of the house, you have 2 different doors, and you can put a claymore on each one if you have the shrapnel as your perk, which I always use. And the only thing that's bad about the weapon though is the fact that you have to reload it for so long. It is an LMG. It does take a while, but for how much you get out of it, I really love this weapon. And with the right attachments, you can get it to reload pretty fast. You can get it to look down the sights pretty fast as well, to really convenience you the best. And see, people just get melted from medium to far away ranges. It is not really used for close up, honestly, but yeah, just like that, if you really want to tear someone up from mid to far range and just kind of sit and chill out, this is definitely the weapon for you. That's why it's on the 4th slot. I really like using this. It is very nice, and I really do appreciate its power. And the fact that it just really invokes fear in the people that you're shooting. They do not want to mess with you if you have an LMG. You're able to really hold down a position, and that's why I usually use it in the house. See this house right here, I usually use it here to get all of the kills with it, and it's very nice of a weapon to use in that capacity. But like I said, look how long that took me. It took at least about 3.5 seconds for me to reload that. And if you use stopping power bullets with these, it is a monster. I'm telling you, shreds people just like that. That was used with stopping power rounds. It is insanity. Utterly crazy. Dude, running and sliding with this is insane. Honestly, you just go into an area, you slide, and just rip someone up like freaking crazy. I love this weapon, dude. Honestly, you should use it too. And now we're going to switch to the .50 GS, or AKA the Deagle. People love using this weapon for their secondary. I love using it. It's because from medium to close range, it's 2 shots to the body or 1 shot to the head for a kill. But if you're kind of far away, which I wouldn't recommend using it far away, you can get, say, about 3 shots and then you get a kill. I would use this whenever you run out of ammo or anything like that. Now, for the third class, we have the M4A1 assault rifle and the MP5 submachine gun. The M4 is one of the easiest weapons to use for mid-range to close-range combat, which is perfect for this map. And the only downside of this weapon is its recoil. It makes up for it with fast fire rate though, and a fair clip size of 30 bullets, which is pretty nice. This weapon absolutely shreds when faced against absolutely almost any other AR or SMG in the game. I like it more than the Kilo personally, which is many other Call of Duty players' favorite AR because of the slightly better accuracy, fire rate, and mobility. As you can see here, it just shreds through people like crazy. It's utterly a fantastic weapon. And if you get the recoil control attachments on it, it's just almost unstoppable, honestly. It fares so well in so many different types of gunfights because the attachments cause you to be able to do it from long range, medium, or close. And with the fire rate on this, you can really get into a situation and say use a stim like I do. I always use the stim and the claymores on every single loadout that I use. Every single loadout, I use stim and claymores. Because it's so nice to, say, get into a bad situation, and then you have to dip away really quick, and you just stim yourself, and you're back in the action, and you're ready. See, look at this. See, you didn't even see where I was? Just bing, bong, boom, in his freaking balls, dude. Look at this. Clapping cheeks.
Holy shit.
And then my game decides to go wonky wonk. But now here's MP5. The MP5 is my second favorite submachine gun. It is very nice. Has a lot of damage output from medium to close range. It's a monster though, honestly. It holds its ground, and compared to the AUG, is very well used in this map. But the reason I wouldn't use the AUG over this weapon is because of the lack of control and mobility, which is exactly what you would want in an SMG. With this, I run overkill, hardline, and shrapnel as my perks, which I usually use for everything that I use. And now we have number 2 slot. It's going to be the MP7 SMG and the 7.25 shotgun. Now I know I just hyped the hell out of the MP5, but the MP7 is more my personal favorite weapon in this game. Has the highest fire rate and mobility of any of the SMGs, and will make quick work on anyone mid to close range. And as well as the MP5 can do some damages at faraway ranges, but I wouldn't recommend it personally. With a sleight of hand on this weapon, it can be, without a doubt, one of the best weapons for this map. See, with the mobility on this weapon, you can really dash fast into situations, and with the fire rate, shoot someone up really quick just like that, and then reload if you have sleight of hand, and get into another situation just like that. It seriously is, I would say, is my favorite weapon in the game. Because if you get all the attachments on it with a recoil control and everything like that, it really is fantastic. Now, the 7.25 shotgun is such a beast. It is the highest damage output shotgun that there is on the game, but the thing that sucks is it only has 2 shells, which, I mean, isn't terrible. If you use a sleight of hand, it's rather nice. And you can make some decent plays with this weapon. Honestly, fantastic plays. Honestly crazy. But if you have more than 2 people, you might want to switch to your MP7, which I usually do. And I just want to show you guys this banger right here. Schlippity boop. Ooh, double kill. That was nice. I like that. So guys, lastly but not least at all, it is my number 1 pick, which is the MP7 and the MP5. The MP7 and MP5 pick up the slack of each one's abilities, making them both in unison to be the best for close to medium range combat, in my opinion. It is always my opinion, so if you all think something else of this or anything, definitely leave in the comments below. But the sleight of hand is extremely useful for these weapons, as they can make you almost never have to be in a position where you need to reload in front of an enemy. Basically, if you have sleight of hand on either of these, you just boop boop, get the clip right back in the gun just like that. Very, very quick. Extremely useful. The damage output of these two combined is basically the most fun for me. Is continuing to be my favorite class for Shoothouse. I recommend putting attachments on the MP7 though that help with the recoil control and range, so it can be your medium to far range weapon, and the MP5 to be more of your close range weapon, honestly, for me. That usually is what works. And I run overkill, restock, and shrapnel as my perks. And what a surprise, I used a claymore as my lethal and stim as my tactical. You'll be running around and getting shot a lot in the game mode, and so will the enemy. So putting claymores around corners and edges to buildings can really sneak up on someone when they try to come in quick. And as a stim can save you when you get ganged up on by 3 dudes who just spawn together. This map is very crazy. See, just like that, people can come from any which way. That's why I always recommend putting down claymores where people really can't see when they're coming around a corner, around the edge of a house, you know, anything like that. And that's what I usually use it for. And it's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please comment down below your personal favorite loadout for Shoothouse so I can see, as well as like the video, subscribe, and check out my Twitch channel where I stream on Twitch Wednesday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 or 10 Pacific Standard Time. Have fun duding it up, peeps, and I'll catch you later. Peace out, everybody.